my name is Jeremy and I'd like to welcome you back to NC3 RV. On today's video we're going to do a walk around of the camper on the outside and the inside, and we're also going to do the product review on the electric heater that I bought to supplement or to be used in place of the LP furnace that came with the camper. So starting on the outside, again, this is a 2014 Rockwood Mini Lite. The model is going to be 2306. It is sleeps up to 6 people if you fold down the dinette table. Starting on the outside, on this side we have the LP electric refrigerator access panel here, and above it you'll see a place where we can take the LED TV outside. We have the coax cable if you're going to connect cable or satellite. Electricity plug is right here, an outlet, and here is the connection for the grill. It comes with an RVQ grill, so you have the LP gas connection located right there, and a area that you can mount the grill as well as mount a small table that came with the camper. Up front you'll have a storage compartment. This is one of the areas that I see as an area for improvement. There's not a lot of exterior storage on these campers. That's one of the things I want to work on improving. As you can see on the inside of this compartment, there's not a lot of space. There's just space for the grill and the table and a couple of small accessories. Up front we've got one marine deep cycle battery and 2 of the smaller propane tanks, and I've took the cover off so you can see how the setup is. There are the white covers that go in there to protect the tanks from exposure to the elements. On the left or driver's side of the RV, you'll see that I have another small storage area that's full of power cables and leveling blocks and things like that. Not very big storage area. One of my plans is going to be to open up the space underneath the head of the bed. If I'm able to determine that there's enough space there, I want to open that up so that there's space all the way across the camper. On this side you have your connection for the city power. Also you have your water connection. You have the furnace exhaust, that's right here. These 2 screen cover openings right here, which that's on right now, trying to heat things up. And then the water heater covers at the back, as well as another storage compartment, which I'll show you in a second. Okay, this is the rear compartment on what would be the driver's side of the camper. Down here is where we have our water lines and our sewer hose. Accordion system to make sure that the sewer hose is draining properly. Also in the back is the water heater and the filter that goes for the water system. I currently do not have a filter in there. Everything is filled up with the RV antifreeze for the winter. Looking at the back of the camper, we have of course the rear bumper that contains the sewer hose. This camper also did come with the exterior shower. That's that compartment right behind the spare tire. Our bathroom does have a small window as well. Now we're going to look at the inside. Alright, we've moved inside the camper. Basically I'm standing at the door. To my right you'll see there is a small sofa, and it folds down. We have a Murphy bed. I kind of like this better because with our other camper the bed was here all the time and you didn't have a sitting area other than at the dinette table. This gives us options when we have visitors or if we have other people staying with us. So here we have the kitchen area on the camper. You'll notice it's a 2 compartment sink with a cover, and to the left is the Suburban stove with an oven. It's a 3-burner stove. At the bottom underneath the sink is our furnace. The furnace is vented to the right of that, and it also there's a vent ran into the bathroom. The one in the bathroom puts out a little bit of air, but it's not nowhere near the force of the one that's right there beside the unit, of course. Okay, this is just to kind of show you the storage that we have with this kitchen area. You'll see the typical pull out for your cutlery. There's a smaller little pull out at the top where you can get your sponges and things like that. And then underneath the sink, there's a storage area that we're able to keep pans and dishwashing liquid and things of that nature. At the very bottom, there's a small storage area. However, the way that they do to protect anything that could get exposed to heat, they put these little compartment covers, as you can see here. Don't know how much I like that. It kind of defeats the purpose of having the storage area down there. So I'm probably going to be taking some of these out and looking and assessing, you know, if that's the best use of space, or if I can do something different to still protect the components that's behind it. This is the space above the oven area, and that's where we keep all of our plates and our cups and some other cooking supplies. We'll be looking at adding a shelf in there to get double the space out of that area, because nothing that we have in there is tall enough to justify the height of that being one cabinet area when we could put a shelf in there and add more items in there. Also, I'd like to look at this area right here in between. If you notice, there's a wall there, and then you have the microwave, and this area is, I don't know what's behind it. I'm going to do everything I can to expose that. I think that would be a great place to put your plates. If I could open this area up and make it where the plates could stand up and down, then I could fit everything that we would need right in there and eliminate that need for the other compartment. Moving over towards the back, or to the other side, you have the dinette area. Again, this folds down to make sleeping for 2 additional people. Have a nice cabinetry up top. I have our TV in the back corner, and again, the TV is able to be removed to the outside when we want to use or entertain outside. We have the stereo and DVD player system as well. It also works with Bluetooth, and nothing really fancy or anything like that. We have the refrigerator in the back. It's gas and electric. Works. We've used it on gas when we've been traveling, and it's done really well as far as keeping everything cold. And then when we get to the location, if we have power, we can switch right back over. We have the bunk beds in the back corner. This will be the driver's side of the camper. And then you have a storage compartment. It could be a pantry or a little hanging closet. The thing I don't like about these little closet areas is they don't have enough height. So if you want to hang a pair of shirts or anything in there, they're going to hang down on the bottom. They're not going to hang up properly. There's not enough height there. So we're probably going to be looking at making that into shelves and just folding clothes, and have it where you have, you know, different shelves for different types of clothing. Now you're looking at the bathroom area. There's a stand-in shower tub on the passenger side of the camper. It's pretty nice for us. It seems to be an upgrade from what we had before. You have the ability to just turn the faucet on in the bottom if you want to. You have little cubbies to put your shampoo and things like that, which is another upgrade from what we had before. There's a nice medicine cabinet area, and as far as the sink, there's a small sink, but there's a little countertop area that's bigger than what we had before, so that's a little bit of an upgrade with storage underneath for towels or rags or whatever. And then there's a small storage compartment at the bottom as well. The toilet is a plastic RV toilet, so there's nothing special about that, but it does the job for us. And then at the top, there is a little storage shelf that we keep towels on. So I think this bathroom has a lot of potential. There's a lot of things I can do to make it better, and that'll make it better for us for traveling at least. Here's another look at the dinette area. Underneath both seats there is storage. On the left side, or this side right here, you're going to notice it's pretty much just open down to the floor, and it goes all the way back. It's dark in there. I don't have a way to get light in there right this second, but it just goes right down to the floor. So I would like to put some type of drawer that would pull out, and that way we could get, you know, access to that storage all the way to the back, because that could be a little difficult because it's such a confined area. Looking at the right side of the dinette, this is a actual pull-out drawer, which I like that a lot better. However, again, going back, it doesn't go as deep as the actual area is, so there is still some wasted space there. Obviously, we got a lot of organizing to do to make that work better, but it's nice having a pull out there. Looking at the front of the camper, this is where the Murphy bed is and where the couch is. There's storage up at the top on the left and right side there. That's our area to keep our clothes, me and my wife. The hanging situation, again, is it's not high enough. The clothes end up touching or dragging on the bottom of the cabinets. So I'm probably going to just make shelves in there and make it where we can fold clothes up and have a place to keep clothes, then a place for pants and other items. That would make more sense. There is a pull-out drawer on both sides, so that's, you know, gives us a quick access area for whatever items we might need. I end up being on the left side and my wife stays on the right side. The other weird thing is there's receptacles behind the bed on the sides of those little countertop areas. They don't get hit when the bed goes up, so if you had something plugged in there, it's fine. It's not going to get hit by the bed like it would look like it would, but I still don't like the layout of that. My plan is to put some receptacles that'll pop up out of the top of the counters that already have the USB plugs in there, so that we can plug in our cell phones, because that's the main thing we plug in there. That makes the most sense for us. One nice thing about the couch area is that you do have storage underneath it. We keep stuff that's going to go outside, like the rug, the small fold out tables like the TV tray tables, and some other items, but mainly it's stuff that ends up getting used outside. But it does give us a lot more storage than we would have otherwise. So in order to open the Murphy bed, you have to fold the couch down. That's pretty easy. You can use this like it is. We were on the ferry coming back from Ocracoke, and my wife actually took a nap just on the couch with it folded out like that, and she said it was really comfortable. So it's, you know, we're not the tallest people in the world, so for her that was perfect lengthwise, that she could stretch out right across this smaller couch. Okay, as you can see here, the bed is now folded down. It definitely takes up space, but you can still easily get out the door and get around the bed. I keep stuff stored on this side, like the trash can and a small fan. I like to sleep with a fan on. If you look back here, you can see the receptacles that I was talking about. Maybe, let's see. So there's the receptacle. Again, that's not a good place in my opinion, because if you're trying to sleep, you end up with a cord sticking right out near your head. So I'd much rather put it up here near the back on the top of the counter, where there's something that'll pop right up and give you access to a receptacle when you need it, and when you don't, you can close it. The last thing I wanted to do was to cover a review of this Lasko Digital Ceramic Heater. It's a 1500 watt heater that I got from Walmart, and the reason I got this heater was I wanted something that would allow me to put some heat in here without using the furnace. The furnace works really well, but at the same time you're using a resource that you're gonna have to go back and get more propane, whereas with this I can plug it in as long as I have power, and it's going to keep going. So we just purchased this. We've had it for about 2 weeks now, or 3 weeks now, and we used it. It was around 20 to 15 degrees outside Fahrenheit. It worked pretty well. I've got it running right now on the floor. It's doing good. You said it's showing 51 degrees, but it feels good in here to me, and I don't like being in the cold, so I don't know how accurate the thermometer is on it, but it does a pretty good job for the size of this camper. One thing I'll show you is it's got a louver. If you want the air to go up higher into the air, you can leave it up, or you can push it down, and it'll kind of push the air straight in front of it. So basically, when you plug it in, you'll have a light that'll come on to show you that there's power to the unit. If you look, here's the little display area. When you want to turn the power on, you just press the power button, the red button. It's going to start off on high, and that's not going to show you what the temperature is. When you start adjusting the temperature that you want it to set to for the thermostat, at that point it will actually show you the temperature that it's reading inside the space that it's in, which again, I don't know how accurate that is, but you can start with the down arrow and go to the temperature that you want to go to. So I'm going to set it on 70 degrees. Once it receives that, then it's going to show you what temperature that it thinks it is in the room. It's showing 52, so it'll run until it gets to the appropriate temperature or just above it, and then it'll cut off automatically. One thing I can say about that is, with that setting, it's supposed to keep running continuously until it reaches the proper temperature and then shut down. If you use this little clock, this is a timer, so you can have it run for however many hours, up to 8 hours. If you go back down to 0, then it defaults back to running off of the temperature that you set it to. I will say that I've come in a couple of times and did not have it set on the timer, but yet the unit will have turned off. I'm not sure what that is that's causing that. I've tried different things to figure it out, but so far I haven't been able to figure out what the problem is. Another feature of this heater is a dual speed fan that is operated with this button right here. You got high and low. It'll change the fan speed a little bit. I just keep it on high because if it's cold like it is out here, you know, you just leave it running on high is the best thing you can do. Overall, I like this heater a lot. It makes sense for us, and no bigger than it is. It doesn't take up a lot of space, but it does a pretty good job for our camper. We're not going to be camping when it's 0 degrees outside or anything like that. So just as a little supplement to what we've got, it works out great. I hope you enjoyed the review. Thanks.